a natural preservative. It doesn't spoil.
Introducing Al Huda TV mobile application. It comes packed with all our programs, loaded with features you can't afford to miss on your mobile handset. You can now keep track of your prayer timings, calculate your zakah. Your closeness to Allah is even more closer with the adhkar. Most of all, we live stream everything from the application. Go to Google Play Store to install and get the full benefit of Al Huda mobile with you everywhere you go.
Wetu wapendwa, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Karibu sana katika nasaha kwa umma show, mpendwa mtazamaji. Ikiwa pamoja nayo katika hii nasaha kwa umma unami ndugu yako Daktari Sheikh Wakili Hassan Kenyo Mari, na ukipenda unaweza kuniita Dr. HK. Mpendwa mtazamaji, kwa leo nina furaha sana kwa sababu nimekuletea daktari ama tabibu ambaye anakufundisha vipi weza kujitibu ukiwa nyumbani, ama vipi yaweza kutibu pasina kutumia madawa. Unajua watu wengi wanajua madawa kiingia kwenye mwili yanaharibu vingine, yanatengeza kwingine, yanaharibu kwingine. Kwa hivyo niko na Dr. Yusuf Elias. Shukran sana. Dr. Yusuf Elias ni sujok therapist. Yeye ndiye atatuambia yeye ni nani vizuri na atuambie hii sujok therapy ni nini. Karibu sana daktari, ujieleze na ueleze hii sujok therapy ni nini, na unaruhusiwa kutumia lugha 4 hapa. Unaweza tumia Kiswahili, unaweza tumia Kiingereza, unaweza tumia Kiarabu, na kama unataka kuzungumza Urdu pia unaweza kuzungumza Urdu, lakini Urdu ni pale mwisho mwisho. Karibu sana.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Hassan. As you said, my name is Yusuf Elias. I'm a Sujok Acupressure therapist. What is Sujok Acupressure? Sujok is a Korean word which means, Su means hands in Korean, Jok means feet. So nowadays if you look around, they find too many people are getting sick, and we are so used to our hospitals, and everywhere you find clinics springing up, hospitals springing up, and all those medicines and the cost of the doctors and so many side effects. So there was a Korean who discovered the similarity between our hands and our whole body. And how we're going to use that similarity to treat ourselves for so many of our everyday problems. So we'll start with it, inshallah. We have here.
Yes. Before we come there, doctor, thank you so much, doctor. And it's good that now we have already known that Su means hands, then Jok means feet. I have many friends whom I call them Su. Most of them, maybe some of them, their name is Susan. Some of them, their names are Suad or Suhail. But you hear people call them Su. So I think from today they'll know if someone calls you Su, it means hands. So if they call you Su Ahmed, they mean you are the hands of Ahmed. Or Su Kamau, you are the hands of Kamau. So you must know where you are called. So if people call you Su in Kenya, agree. But if you go to Korea and someone calls you Su, don't agree, because people will be thinking that you are hands. Thank you, Dr. for that. For Jok, I think now it's also hands. So I think from what you have said, it seems that you treat people, or this therapy treats people by use of their hands and also their legs. But before we reach to show this chapter, we'll be very happy, daktari, umweleze mtazamaji labda hii masomo umeyasomea wapi. Unajua, katika kazi zingine daktari, ni muhimu mtu ajue umesomea wapi, na sababu hii ni kwa sababu kuna baadhi ya watu ambao wanajiita doctor na si doctor. You know, if you use the name doctor, you must be either doctor of philosophy, like myself, where you have a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a PhD, or you become a doctor of medicine, where you have been trained in medicine, or there is the third one actually, where it can be a honorary doctorate, but issued by a renowned recognized institute. So mtu akienda kwa mtu, mara nyingi ufurahia kujua ulisoma wapi na unaoperatia wapi, sababu hizo ni vitu muhimu sana. Otherwise mtu atashangaa ni tabibu wa aina gani. Kwa hivyo itakuwa ni vizuri daktari ukimweleza mtu ulisoma vipi ya masomo mpaka ukafika hapo. Kwanza ni muhimu mtu ajue. Naam.
Well, I basically, when I was doing my A-levels, I had interest of doing medicine. And that was in 74 when I joined the University of Nairobi. But at that time I was given veterinary medicine and not human medicine. So because of the strikes at that time and all that, so I had to leave and then, move on with my life. But I always had interest in medicine. And then a couple of years ago, about to be very precise, about 15 years or so, there was a guy in Mombasa. He used to do this therapy. So I just approached him and said I'm interested in, because I was free. So he just gave me some books to go and study. And when I was free, I used to just see him watching. But then I started studying these books, and I also tried to practice on my family members, on my office colleagues, and all that. And also I've done an online course where I have a certificate for this one. We call it Basic Acupressure. So that is an online course which has been done by a person who is in India. So I moved along. Now I'm retired and I'm full-time into it. And right now is just that if anybody is sick, either I go to him or her at home, or I call them at my place. And for that I've been also having this teaching courses and treatment courses. I've done it in Mamrui. I've taught all our students there, which from madrasas. I've done in Lamu. I've gone to Tondoni and Kipungani. So basically, my mission is to teach as many people as we can. And the whole aim is, if every home has a doctor, right? A doctor in the sense that he knows this therapy. We use that doctor quite commonly, but like if I just tell somebody I'm therapist, Swahili, somebody will not understand. So they start calling me doctor. As you said, it's not a graduation from a university, but with this therapy you can learn. You don't have to go to be a doctor where you spend 5 years or 6 years. Just to understand, and there's so much on social media nowadays, where it explains to you how this is related, how you treat yourself for whatever problems you have without use of medicine, and that's how it is.
Thank you so much, dear viewers. I think now you've seen someone who actually mentioned, if I'm not wrong, that he joined University of Nairobi in 1974. At that time, I was not born, and if I'm not wrong, my mother was not even yet married. Congratulations, because actually that's marvelous. But secondly, he tells us that he has taught many people in Mambrui. Mambrui is where I studied. So thank you so much for taking this knowledge to the fountain of Islamic theology in Kenya. You have also mentioned that you taught the same in Lamu. Islam in Kenya came through Lamu. And you have also mentioned that you taught it in Matondoni. And that's great. And what we are trying to say, may Allah bless you. Because anything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Holy Quran, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You will never get righteousness till you give out of what you love. And I believe you love health, and that's why you're giving out to other people. I wish I had time. I'll come and become a student, because it is my aim also to become a therapist like you, inshallah. And I can be telling people that I was taught by Sheikh Yusuf Elias. Sheikh Yusuf Elias, thank you so much. Now, we want to understand how this works. What are the basics of Sujok therapy? What are the basics?
Yes. You see, how it works is that we have what you call the meridians running in our bodies. They are like wires, but they serve all the organs. So when we have all these organs, as we will be discussing, on our hands, so when massaging those points, you release an energy which goes to those points where you are treating. You see, some will be just wondering how just massaging here, you get relief on the other side of your body, but that actually works. And sometimes, not sometimes, most of you do it correctly. The result is instantaneous. Within a minute or so, you start feeling much, much better without any drugs.
Strong. MashaAllah. Now, I think I've seen you with many documents down here. I've seen you with charts down here. And I'll be happy if you start demonstrating some of them to our viewers so that they understand this. Dear viewers, actually, we remind you that Nasaha kwa Umma brings you varieties. Remember, it's Monday to Thursday. Monday, we talk about general matters. Tuesday, we talk about health and its related matters. And that's why our brother has come here today. He's a close friend, and I and him has been close friends because of the love of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's why now he came here. So now, and we are reminding the viewers that we are live on all social media, and you can also find us live at the Facebook of Dr. Hassan Kenyomari or the Facebook of Hassan Omari. Remember, this is to make sure that at least we reach everyone globally, because through the Facebook of Dr. Hassan Kenyomari, you can join more than 800,000 viewers who watch the same, depending on the interest of the topic. And I'm so sure this might be one of the most interesting topics to anyone. So, Brother Ilyas, Yusuf Ilyas, we kindly request that you now try to exhibit the things you have come up with so that people understand.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, as we said, Su means hand. And this one, if you look at it, it's a photo of a hand. So we just forget the diagrams which are inside. We'll discuss that as we go on. So this is our hand. And as a model of a human being, I brought this baby doll. Sorry, I couldn't get a boy, but we'll just go along with it. And we'll explain to you how these two are similar. To start with, if you look at this one, the middle fingers, they correspond to our legs. These middle fingers, they correspond to our legs.
Okay.
To our legs here. If you look at it, these are the longest fingers in our hands. The first joint here in the finger, the first joint here, they correspond to our ankle or the heel. So this first joint is our ankle or the heel, and you're going down here. This is the whole complete foot together with your toe and your fingers of your foot. So as you go up from your ankle, coming down here, which is moving up from this joint, we come down here, this middle joint of our finger, it corresponds to our knees. So when you come up down here, this corresponds to our knee. As you go up from our knee via the thigh, we come to a point which we join here, this joint here. This is our hips. These joints here in our fingers, they correspond to our hips. So if you look at it, if these corresponding fingers, they correspond to our legs, when you go up our legs, in the middle of our legs, we have the reproductive organs for both male and female. All the reproductive organs of male and female. That is to do with ovaries, uterus, and for women, the bladder, together with prostate for men, and so on. So this makes logic. When you go up our legs, that's where our reproductive organs for male and female are. So we have done the leg these two fingers which are corresponding, the middle finger, both hands corresponding to your legs. We come to the outside fingers here. This corresponds to our arms. If you look at the fingers joints, again there are 3 joints. If you look at our fingers, they also have got 3 joints. The first joint here in the both fingers, they correspond to our wrist. So going down into our palm and into our fingers of the hands. We come up here, the second joint in our fingers, that correspond to our elbows. As you go up, the last joint, joining up here, that is our shoulder. That points correspond to our shoulders. Now, here is only one issue is we have to draw a line, this side being your left side. So this leg corresponds to you, this finger corresponds to your left leg, this finger corresponds to your left arm, this finger corresponds to your right leg, this finger corresponds to your right arm. So this is 4 fingers which we have done, and that's how they correspond to our organs of the body, that is the legs and the arms. If you come up here, the finger or the thumb which is left is the thumb. If you look at your thumb, again the thumb is different than the fingers. It has got only 2 joints, the first joint and the second joint. If you look at the first joint, here the first joint, that's the whole face, all the organs of your face, your head, your eyes, your nose on the swollen part of your thumb, and your mouth here, and your ears on the side. So if you look at this model, you find that this point here, which is the first phalanx of your thumb, you have the head, you got your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your ears. So when you come down the face, that means now you're coming down the face, that means if you look here, we're going up here because of the diagram, but let me keep it this way. So if you look down here, when you're going down the mouth, this second joint corresponds to our neck. That means whatever is in that neck, you got the tonsils, you got the windpipe, the food pipe, and the thyroid. A lot of, especially ladies, they have a lot of problem with the thyroid. And also, we also have sore throat, sometimes depending on the seasons and all that. So this is the neck part of our thumb, corresponding to our neck part. That's the second joint of our thumb. When you go down our thumb, that is when you go down the neck, we come to the area of the chest. So if you look at this, and everybody has this line, like, it's like a cage. Even if you look at your hand, you'll find there's like a cage here, and that one has our whole chest, in the sense it has got your lungs, 2 lungs, and your heart, and your ribs, and everything is not there, but that's the whole chest area. Okay? So when you go again, we keep it this way, is when you eat, that is the top part, when you say coming down from your neck, this is your stomach area, at the crease of your wrist here. With the stomach area, you have the duodenum. Here you have what you call the liver on the left hand side, on the right hand side, sorry. And then as you go down, you got the liver, you got the gallbladder, you got the pancreas here, and these are the organs which you have in the stomach. As you go down here, you got the whole small intestine and the large intestine coming down, with this is the appendix, the large intestine coming down right up to your rectum, which is behind your legs. All right. So basically, this is the front side of our body. The front hand corresponding to the front part of our body. So if you were to say this is the front side of our body, does it make sense? Let's look at our hand. And if we can clench our hands into a fist. That means this is the front part which can go down. And so our body, we can go into ruku, we can bow down, we can kneel down, and we can also go into prostration. But coming back, if you were to go behind, even moving your fingers, you cannot move it fully, and so you cannot move your body freely backwards. So that is one logic, that this side is the front side of our whole body. Right? So we have touched on the front side of our body, and then here we got the whole part of whatever has been discussed. We come now to the behind part of our body. The other distribution figure is that if you look at your hand here, it's a bit brighter than the hand at the back.
Okay.
So if you look at our body also, the front side is a bit fair and behind is slightly dark.
Okay.
So if you look at this one, you'll find even at the fingers, this side changes, it comes brighter and then it comes to darker.
Yes.
So from here, it's our body which is starting the back side.
Okay.
Right? So for the back side, we'll discuss from this chart. This is again the photo of a hand from the back side. So if we said that this front part, as we discussed in the one, this is the neck part. So behind our neck, we have what you call the vertebra.
Yes, thank you, thank you so much, Doctor, for taking us through this front part of our hand, which I think at least many people now have tried to understand it. And I think if we take them with a very high gear, they might forget some of what we have discussed. So Daktari, because we want to go for a short break, before we go to a short break, I'll be happy if at least you explain to our viewers about these fingers. Then we go to break. This is our thumb. Please tell because this is my right hand, and this is or palm, and this is my right thumb. What does this connotate in my body? The right thumb, what does it connotate in my body?
As we said, the right thumb, that is the top phalange of the right thumb, corresponds to our whole head.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So at least people will start know that this is my face. Yes. What about this finger?
This finger, as we said,
which I would like calling it Shahada finger to us.
So if you were to look at this one, we have been talking about the left hand now.
Yes.
So basically,
so we go with the left.
Yeah, we go with the left.
Thank you. Let's go with the left. So what about this one?
If you were to keep our hand like that, because this is the way we stand.
Yes.
So this finger, as we said, is on the left side.
Yes.
Of our. So here, this one.
Yes.
Will correspond to your left arm.
Okay, my left arm.
Left arm.
Thank you.
Means this one joint will be your left wrist.
Yes.
And the whole arm.
Yes.
Hence, this one coming is the left elbow, and this one will be your left shoulder.
Okay. Thank you. We go to this other one.
Yeah, this one here is the second finger, which is long finger. This corresponds, this is on the right side of your left hand. Sorry, left side of your left hand.
Yeah, left side.
So this one corresponds to your left leg.
Thank you.
So this is your whole foot with your toes and fingers here. Here, this is your either the heel or the ankle, which are both more or less there.
Yes.
And then as you come here, this is your knee. And this is your hip.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you. So up to that point, my brother, Sheikh Yusuf Elias, my thumb is my face.
Right.
My index finger is my left arm.
Right.
My middle finger is my left leg. What about this?
Yes. Now we are coming. This is on the right side. If you divide this line.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much.
Divide your line.
Thank you so much.
Right side.
Thank you. So what is this?
This the small finger.
Yes.
Of this left hand on the left side will correspond to your left arm.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Again, same thing. 3 joints. Your wrist
Yes.
of your left arm. Your whole arm, palm, and everything. The elbow of your left arm. Your shoulder of your left arm.
Now then, I'll guess even before you tell me that now this is my
left leg. Right
leg. Thank you so much, viewers. Actually, it is amazing to get our doctor here. Remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Holy Quran, Sanurihim ayatina fil afaqi wa fi anfusihim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that He will teach us, He will show us His magic fil afaq, in the atmosphere, wa fi anfusihim, and in our own souls and bodies. That is the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, showing us how our body is only signaled in our hand. Thank you so much, Sheikh Yusuf Elias, for being with us in this first session of our show. And remember, we are going for a short break. In this short break, actually, we'll be allowing our viewers to call in the studio. And I remind our viewers that we have new numbers in Al Huda TV, which when you call, you'll get us here in Al Huda. The numbers are 0703 239 943. Ama kwa wale ambao kwamba wanataka Kiswahili, tuna nambari mpya sasa katika Al Huda TV ambazo ni 0703 239 alafu 239 943. Nambari hizo ziko katika skrini yetu. Lilladhina yushahidun wa hum yatakallamuna al-lugha al-arabiyya, nudhakkirukum ala annana indana arqam jadida fi qanati al-huda, wal arqam hiya 0703 2 39943. Shukran jazilan. Tunaenda katika mapumziko mafupi, usibanduke sababu tukirudi hapa tunachukua simu zako kwa lugha yoyote, hata kama ni Kiurdu. Tutakuwa leo tunakujibu Kiurdu sababu daktari anazungumza very good Urdu. Shukran sana. Wao wanakuambiaga shukrie na usibanduke.
Introducing Al Huda TV mobile application. It comes packed with all our programs, loaded with features you can't afford to miss on your mobile handset. You can now keep track of your prayer timings, calculate your zakah. Your closeness to Allah is even more closer with the adhkar. Most of all, we live stream everything from the application. Go to Google Play Store to install and get the full benefit of Al Huda mobile with you everywhere you go.
Utakavyoeleza watu, unavyozungumza na watu, ndio Mtume akasema wal kalimatu tayyiba sadaqa. Kilma njema, kilma nzuri. Mengine hata si mtu, vipi hali yako? Hujambo? Umeamka vizuri? Imefika siku yake ya kusherehekea, ukampongeza. Imefika Ijumaa, ukamtakia Jumaa Mubarak. Hasa hata hiyo kalima tayyiba taitoambiwa hiyo weka kando, haifai. Jumaa Mubarak kalima tayyiba, Jumaa Karim kalima tayyiba, Eid Mubarak kalima tayyiba, Sabahul Khair kalima tayyiba. Si lazima Kiarabu asubuhi njema, chochote. Almuhimu kalima njema ni sadaqa ambayo kwamba haikukalifu chochote, bali katika hadithi nyingine asema wa antalqa walau antalqa akhaka biwajhin taliq, wewe kusmile tu, tabassumuka fi wajhi akhika sadaqa.
Kuna kaida asema hivi, almutaaddi afdalu min alqasir. Almutaaddi afdalu min alqasir. Ulama wa fiqhi wanasema kaida hii ni nzuri mno. Almutaaddi, kitendo, ibada utakaoifanya wewe iwe itanufaisha mwingine, afdalu min alqasir, ni bora, ni nzuri zaidi kuliko ibada unaofanya zikakunufaisha wewe peke yako. Maulama watuambia ashukru yanqasimu ila qismaini au ashukru naw'ani. Shukr au shukurani ni aina mbili. Ya kwanza shukrun bil lisan wa shukrun bil janan.
Ambapo Mola ataka sisi tuhisabu neema zake aliposema wa in ta'uddu ni'matallahi la tuhsuha, na hata mkahesabu neema za Mola subhanahu wa ta'ala hamtaweza kuzimaliza.
Iktisad iko mikononi mwa nani? Nani anayepelekesha uchumi katika Madina al-Munawwara? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam haraka baada ya kuasisi msikiti, ittisal silatu baina al-abdi wa rabbi, baada ya kumfungamanisha mja na Mola wake, alikwenda akatengeneza map nyingine, akasema ya ayuhal muslimun hadha suqukum min al-yawm.
Dear viewers, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the second session of Nasaha kwa Umma today. Remember viewers, you have your brother Dr. Sheikh Lawyer Hassan Kenyomari, and you can call me Dr. HK in this show. And we have discussed about Sujok therapist, and with me in studio we have our great friend, one of the people who highly pray, who highly love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. On top of that, he's someone who loves health for everyone in this world, and he gives education about health free of charge to anyone who wants that information. But he also treats people. When you go to him, you'll see a lot of things happening in your body, and we have actually interviewed many people who have said that yes, it works. Many people, we have interviewed them, and I think our team will be going to the streets also to talk to some people who have undergone this. Brother Yusuf Elias, thank you so much, and may Allah grant you the best.
Amen.
You see, when in our first session, we were discussing issues to do with our hand or palm, and you explained about the front part of our body, and we were now coming to look at our back part of our body. And I'm reminding viewers that we are live on all our social media, and we are also live on the Facebook of Dr. Hassan Kenyomari, and also Facebook of Hassan Omari. And at the same time, our viewers are requested actually and encouraged to call us on 0703 239943. So mpendwa mtazamaji, ikiwa unataka kupiga simu hapa katika studio ili tupate kusaidiana na daktari hapa, tupigie kwa nambari 0703 alafu uongeze baada ya 239 uongeze 943. Karibu sana brother Yusuf. Unaweza kuendelea kueleza nyuma, na simu ikija tu tutakuwa tunajibu simu.
No problem.
Yes.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, we discussed the front part of our body, how it resembles the front part of our hand, how it resembles of the front part of our body. Now we'll go at the back side of our body and how it also resembles the back side of our body. So if you look at this picture here, this is a photo of the back side of our hand. As we said, the front part of our thumb here, both hands, they correspond to our neck. So behind our neck, we have here, this dotted line here, between the thumb here only, between here up to here, this is the part of our vertebrae or the spinal cord, which we call it the cervical. And quite many people and our children
this
have...
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite many people and our children have problem with this because of various things. Most of our studies have become online. So all the time they're on the computers.
Leaning.
Our WhatsApp all the time, watch your WhatsApp like that, So all this is training our muscles. And in long run, that will affect our whole spine. Even it will go into your shoulders and your arms, tingling and so on. So we'll come to that at a time when how you're going to treat that. So as you said, this part, first dotted part in our thumb is corresponding to our cervical, which is the part of our neck at the back here. Going down here, as you go down here, this one is, if you go at the thumb like this is our upper back, right? And then you go down here, all this is your spine, part of your spine, joining. This joins you now. If you said, this is, as you said, is our legs, 2 fingers. So here, this dotted line here, this is where you have the first part is your anus. This is where your spine starts. That's your tailbone, the coccyx, the sacral, the lumbar, and it joins up onto your wrist, making it a complete spine.
Okay.
So if you are, which is not possible, if you were to move our thumb from here, if we could, Allah has kept it here, so we can do so many work with it. But for this therapy, if you were to move it here, so it will be just like a man standing, and you have your whole spine running straight from your behind your neck right into your tail.
Okay. MashaAllah.
But in His mercy, He has kept it here so that we can do so many work. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah.
If it were here,
yes,
you see, there will be just can understand what it will be. Right?
MashaAllah.
So
remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran,
the best creation.
وَجَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ سَبَبًا. Allah made everything with a reason. We might not know the reason, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the best. That's why you say, Wallahu a'lam. Allah knows best. Continue.
And that's why He said we've been created the best creation.
That's true.
Right?
MashaAllah.
So if you look at our body itself, it's perfect anyway.
That's very true.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so we go on with it. So we said between these 2 fingers, that is the middle fingers, if you like, this is where your spine runs, right? And joining it. Here on the sides of our spine, we have what we call the kidneys. This bean shaped, the marage shaped here, right? This is our kidneys. And if you look at it, then the shape of a marage facing each other. And then, which we not can see, but there's a small umbrella type here below, below the kidney, attached with the kidney, we call it the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland, one of the function is fight and flight. When you are frightened or something, that acidity, the adrenal, which makes either we run or we stay or we freeze. Okay. So that's what it is. And as you go on, we discuss what is the importance of that, especially our, stress-related life which we go through.
Okay.
Right? So basically, this is the spine or the back side of our hand. And if you go to further area, that's the whole back of our hand. So if you have a problem in the front side, you treat on the front side. If you got a problem at the back of your body, then you go at the back side of your hand. Okay. So in short, that is how our back side is. It's not more complex than our front side.
MashaAllah. Thank you so much, our brother Yusuf Elias, and thank you so much, our viewers, for following us. I'm so sure those people from Malindi, Mambrui, Lamu, and others, I'm so sure that they will have loved that we have this show in Swahili, but it is our guest actually who prefers Swahili, English over Swahili, but all in all, I believe we have been following up and we understand what actually he has been teaching us, because what he's doing here is trying to teach us a Sujok therapy, which is very important for us to understand our arms, and also understanding that if you look at your arm this side, it is your front side. If you look at it this other side, it is your back side. and he's also trying to teach you that from this point to this point, that is the left side, but these two corresponds to the right one. And he's trying to teach us also that this is our neck. This one corresponds to our neck. So at this side, it's our neck, a front side, and this one is the back side. Daktari, what are the benefits of Sujok therapy? What is, if someone asks you, why teach us, why present to us about Sujok therapy? What is the main reason you will tell someone to use this therapy?
That's a very good question. You see, Sujok therapy is a different way we say, be your own doctor. So when you know that your whole body is on your hands, you treat yourself and your family just to know where those points are, where you have a problem in your body. Taking an example, let's say, and the common nowadays is everyone, the elder, the children, everyone, we have our headaches every day. The headaches can be due to various reasons, stress related, gastric, and so many. So as we discussed, these tips of our thumb, they correspond to our head. So now if you were to divide this head, if it is the front part, it will be the front part here. If it is on the side, then it will be this side. If it is on the left side, it will be the left side here. If it is at the top, we go to the top side. If it is at the back, we'll go to the back side. So how do you treat? The other name of this one, sorry I didn't mention, is acupressure. Acu means smallest part. Pressure, as it is, you give a pressure. So if you have got a headache in the front, okay, if you have a pen, fine, but let's say you don't have a pen. You can just, with the other finger, you can just massage that point, the front part.
Okay.
Right? Let's say if you're massaging with this is your, just with your index finger,
okay,
shahadat finger, just massage it.
Okay.
Clockwise, and inshallah, within not minute, but seconds, you start feeling better.
MashaAllah.
Right? So if it doesn't, go again.
MashaAllah.
Right? So if it is on the side here, go on the side. Again, same thing. It's just massage with your finger and with your index finger, it's a clamp like that. If you don't have anything.
MashaAllah.
Right? If it is at the top, go up here.
MashaAllah.
If it's at the back,
MashaAllah.
if you don't know, but you know this is your head part,
of course,
just try to massage.
MashaAllah.
So you are in a somewhere like we are sitting in a school or somewhere to get together. Now you start having headache. What are you going to do? You're not going to go for a Panadol, which we discourage in this therapy totally, drug free. So just know, oh, this is my head, I'm getting a headache.
MashaAllah.
Go for it.
MashaAllah.
Right?
MashaAllah.
So just you have to know which side it is and you go on that side.
MashaAllah.
So you keep your hand like that when you're treating.
MashaAllah.
So this one, okay, if you want to keep if you're using the left, mostly we are right-handed.
Okay.
So if you prefer to left hand,
that's okay.
so this will be a left side
MashaAllah.
of your head, that is the temporal. This will be the, right side. This will be the left side.
Yes.
This is the top side.
MashaAllah.
This is the back side.
MashaAllah. And one can interchange with this other right one.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
The only thing is the side will change.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So if it is the right one, if you're using the right thumb, this
MashaAllah.
is right.
MashaAllah.
This is the left.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
So just acupressure, just applying pressure.
MashaAllah. Now, brother Yusuf Elias, let us come to someone like me, for example. People who work in media, and that's why Nasaha Kouma comes from Monday to Thursday. There are many viewers globally who have requested that Nasaha Kouma be Monday to Monday. Many people globally, or wherever I've met them in America, in United Kingdom, in India, in Pakistan, because these are all some of the countries I've visited in the world. They always keep on saying, Dr. Hassan, why don't you have this show from Monday to Monday? I've told them it's not possible unless we get a co-host who will be like me, who can, for example, continue on Monday, Saturday, and Thursday, because we need to get at least some rest because of our voice. So for someone like me, when I feel that my sound somehow it's dingling or at least failing, where should I touch?
That's a very good question. So we said that this is our face, right? This is the whole face. So the second joint corresponds to your neck.
Yes.
Now this is where you have your voice box.
Yes.
Right? So when you find your voice is fading, a pen like that, I prefer this pen for treatment because it got these cuts.
Okay.
You know, like a big one or a Stedler pencil.
Yes.
Those with the cuts.
Yes.
Not the round one.
Okay.
Because this one gets into the joints or the points and massages.
MashaAllah.
All you do when you see your voice is missing, if you don't do it, show people you're really treating yourself, just you're talking to me and you're massaging that point with your hand.
In fact,
if you have time but you're doing it outside, to use a pen.
MashaAllah.
So
I realize
not only you know activating your voice, but every organ there is benefiting.
MashaAllah.
Every organ, your
MashaAllah.
tonsils and everything.
MashaAllah.
So that will also prevent you from getting any of these problems with your
Okay.
all the organs which are there.
Okay.
That's the benefit of this thing.
Brother Yusuf Elias, let me go and see what our people are saying in Facebook. At least we have our sister Christine Kimaita from Riara University. She's saying that thank you so much. We are watching you and we are happy with Nasaha Kwauma. We also have our brother Justus Otara, who is a marketing lecturer at Kenya Institute of Foreign Languages and Professor Studies. He says that he limps sometimes with his right leg. He limps. He doesn't know where the pain comes from, but he wants you to assist him. And then there is another brother here. I will not mention his name. He said that he wants to be anonymous. He said that he's weighing almost 250 kilograms. 250 kilograms. I don't know how your kilograms are. Mine actually, they always range between 70 to around 80, depending on how good I eat. Pressure. So he's saying that he's weighing 250 kilograms. So he wants you to assist him to know how he can lower his kilograms. So 2 people now. There are many, but I've sampled those 2.
Yes. Now, as far as the limping of the leg is concerned, it can be due to various reasons. It may be he's having a sciatica pain, which is a nerve. If he's got a back problem, so that what happens is there's a nerve which goes into our legs. We call it sciatica. Sometimes it becomes compressed. And then that one gives these problems in the legs. It can be either pain or, you know, leg losing strength or so on. And there can be various reasons. Maybe there's a nerve or circulation or whatever it may be. So for him, if it is said it is the right leg, so we said if this is your right hand, we put our hand like that, this finger, all he has to do is start massaging, and we can start with the spine here and go into the legs and start massaging it, and then he can tell us how he starts feeling after a week or so. And then if he needs, he can always contact us and I can do a video call for him, explain him to further how we can do his treatment while he is at home.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Yusuf Elias. Allow me to call you doctor now, because now it's a term which we use for anyone who treats other people. We have only 2 minutes. We will want you to give advice in to our viewers. And even before we go, I see many people, our Urdu friends, actually from Memon and other places, they are saying that our brother should not leave that place without at least saying something in Urdu. At least you can give an advice to general viewers on how to treat themselves at home and why they should look for this. And many viewers have requested that you come back here. One of them is Ammi Ali Bakar Bajabi from Mombasa, and also our brother Sheikh Shaban Rakere from Muranga. They request that you come back here, so we'll plan when you're coming back. So please give your 1-minute advice to viewers, and then at least you say something to Urdu speaking people about Al Huda TV.
Okay, my advice especially to the parents and the teachers of the schools, you make this a compulsory for your children, because our children, your children may be school going, they all have a pain. The pen beneficial will be the pen like a big type which has got cuts here, or the Staedtler pencils. As we said, our whole body is on our hands. So when you are massaging, or you teach your children massaging all these palms and your whole hand, you are activating all those organs and removing all those toxic which is there. And this will increase your immunity for your children as well as for our adults. On touching on this one, there was a, time not permitting, but a quick one. There was a 93 years old man. He said he's never gone to the doctor. And not that he never fell sick. So my friend asked him, okay, what is your secret? He said, when I'm just sitting, I'm just massaging these points.
Okay.
So massaging those points, however you do it, the whole question is massaging these points. It helps you to keep all your organs healthy, and in the long run you get, like if you got a headache, everybody gets headache, but you know it where it is.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you so much, Doctor. Now your message to Urdu speaking people globally.
Okay.
About Al-Huda TV.
Yeah. Okay, ये पहले मेरा लाख शुक्र है अल-हुदा टीवी को जिसने मेरे को एक चांस दिया कि मैं आपको आके सामने वो समझाऊँ ये थेरेपी क्या है और इसका फ़ायदा क्या है। जैसे हमने समझा कि ये सारे हाथ या सारा शरीर हमारे हाथ में है, आगे और पीछे, हमको सेहत के लिए सिर्फ ऐसे पेन लेना चाहिए या कुछ भी मसाज करने का, सारा आपका हाथ का आगे पीछे आपको बहुत सेहत देगा, आपको बच्चों को भी, आपकी इम्यूनिटी भी इसमें काफ़ी बढ़ेगी।
Shukran. Shukriya Yusuf Elias, and to all our Urdu viewers, we tell you Allah Hafiz. To all our other viewers, God bless you. Remember, Nasa Koma comes to you from Monday to Thursday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. May God bless you. Continue watching Al-Huda TV. Continue following Nasa Koma, because this is where you get almost all benefits in this one and hereafter. From us, may God bless you. Continue watching Al-Huda TV. Goodbye.
Honey is a natural preservative. It doesn't spoil.
Introducing Al-Huda TV mobile application. It comes packed with all our programs, loaded with features